Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and this is a tutorial on how to cut this pleated shoulder bubu dress with a lapel in front. Okay, so now I'm gonna head to fold my fabric into four like this. Okay, so now for the whole width of this fabric I am using 25 inches. Okay, for the width, so that's on fold like this. Okay, so now just go ahead and take my neck width of 3 inches, and neck depth for my back neckline is 1 inches, and for the front neckline I will come down by 8 inches. Okay, for the depth, and for that, and from that 8 inches I'll just go ahead and take 2 inches. Okay, from the 8 inches. Sorry, this is not visible because the chalk I'm using here wasn't visible enough. So but from the 8 inches I'll just come down by 2 inches. Okay, as you can see right here, I'll just come down by 2 inches like so, and I will take it down. Okay, now just go ahead and connect like this. I'll go ahead and connect it to meet the 8 inches. That's from the 3.5, from the 3 inches, sorry, width. From the 3 inches width, I will connect it to meet the 8 inches. Okay, so now from there, that is from the 3 inches, I'll go ahead and mark 5 inches like so. Okay, from this point I'll just go ahead and mark 5 inches. Now after taking this 5 inches, from the 5 inches I'll just go ahead and mark 7 inches. Now this is for the pleated effect. Now this depends on you. Okay, how full you want your pleating to be. You can do 6 inches, you can do 7 inches, depending on how you want the pleating to be. Okay, so now from there I'll just go ahead and divide it by 2. That is the 7 inches by 2, and I'll get the midpoint. So now from the 5 inches I'll just go ahead and mark my half length. Okay, I'll just go ahead and mark my half length, and I'll go ahead and connect it like so. So I'll go ahead and mark my half length. Okay, so now whatever thing I do, I will still take it to the midpoint of the 7 inches that I got. Okay, now, and I will take, like, I will mark from the 5 inches the midpoint of the 7 inches and where the 7 inches end. Okay, that is the 3 places I will mark down to meet my half length that I measured. So for the sleeve length, I'll just use the whole of the fabric. Okay, even though I'll be adding extra to it. So this is it like so. Okay, so now I'll just go ahead and get my sleeve opening. So for this sleeve opening, I did 12 inches for the sleeve opening like so. Okay, as you can see right here. Okay, so now from there I'll just go ahead and take my measurement. Okay, now taking this measurement, I'll start from my half length. Okay, I'll just come down from my half length to take that measurement. Now I'll go ahead and divide my hip circumference by 4, and I will add 5 inches. Okay, and whatever I have, I will take the measurement down. I'll take the measurements to meet the length of my gown. Now for this length of my gown, I am using 64 inches for the full length. Okay, that's plus my folding allowance. So when I'm done, I'll just go ahead and curve it. Okay, like a C curve to meet the sleeve opening like so. Okay, as you can see right here. Okay, so now that's it. So I'll just go ahead and cut. Now I've gone ahead to cut it, and I have opened it up like so. Okay, now I'll just go ahead and cut the front. Now remember, there's an opening at the front of this dress. Okay, that's the lapel that I want to add. So now that is why I am removing this one, and I'll replace it with a colored fabric. Okay, I'll replace it with a colored fabric. So I'll just keep this aside because I'll be using the measurement. Okay, I'll be using the measurement. So now from here that I open it up, I'll just go ahead and extend my shoulder lines. I will mark my shoulder lines like so, and I'll go ahead and notch it. Okay, now by doing this, I will follow the notch side, and I'll connect it to meet my neckline. Okay, now we want to go ahead and pin it. Yes, I want to go ahead and pin it for the pleating effect like so, okay, as you can see me doing. So now I'll just go ahead and open it. Now if you don't really have a big table to do this, you can do this on the floor, okay. So now just go ahead and follow the notch parts and connect it to meet the neckline area like this, okay. As I apologize again for you not being able to see exactly what I am doing, okay. So now from the neckline area, I'll just go ahead and mark the same thing I marked on my fabric. That's, I'll go ahead and mark the 5 inches first, and after getting the 5 inches, I will mark 7 inches, okay, for my pleating. And from the 7 inches, I'll go ahead and get the midpoint of the 7 inches, okay. Now from the midpoint, I will just go down by my half length, okay. That's the half length of the dress, okay. Now, and I also do the same thing. I'll get the midpoint on, that's whatever I do to the shoulder, I'll do the same thing to the half length of the dress, okay. Now I will do this on both back and front, okay, both the back and front, okay. Now remember, this does not have a joining, okay, to make your work easier, okay. So now I'll just go ahead and connect all the lines like so, okay. I'll just go ahead and connect all my lines like so, okay. That means I'm connecting from the 5 inches from the midpoint of the 7 inches, okay, and the 7 inches. So from there, I'll just go ahead and hold everything together, okay. That's I will hold where the 5 inches started after my shoulder, and I will hold the 7 inches, okay, like this, as you can see right here, okay. So the place I am holding here is the midpoint of the 7 inches, okay. So this is it. Now I'll just go ahead and pin it, okay. I'll go ahead and pin it like so, okay. Now you can decide to sew from your shoulder to meet your half length, okay, but for me, I came down by 8 inches. I don't want it to meet my half length, so that was why I came down by 8 inches like so, okay. As you can see me doing, so I'll just go ahead and pin both the front and the back like so, okay. As you can see me, so whatever thing I do to one side, I'll go ahead and do it to the other side, okay. So guys, when I'm done, I went ahead to sew like this, okay, as you can see right here. So you can see this, the pleating effect on it right here, okay. Now for the lapel, remember we removed 2 inches on fold like this, okay. That's the one we remove in front. Remember I said we'll replace it. So the one we remove in front, 2 inches on fold, opening it to become 4 inches, okay. So now I'll go ahead and cut my lapel to be 5 inches. That is ½ inch for joining allowance, okay. Now that's to get the width of your lapel. Now to get the length of your lapel, you go ahead and measure round. That's the opening round, okay. So when I'm done, I've gone ahead to cut it down, and I also went ahead to add an hairstay to it so that it will have, like, it will be strong, okay. It will not be too soft because this fabric is soft. So from there, I just went ahead to fold it into 2 like this, okay. So now from the folded parts, that's from the midpoint, I'll just come down by 14 inches. Now another way you can do this is to measure from the center of your neckline, of your back neckline, and you bring it down to the front, okay. That's to determine how open you want it to be, okay. So after marking out my 14 inches, I'll just go ahead and sew it at the middle like so, okay. Now to know where my slit will be, I'll just go ahead and come up by 20 inches, okay, from the hemline. That means I'm sewing from the 14 inches down to meet where the 20 inches starts, okay. I'll just go ahead and sew it at the middle. So guys, this is what we have. I've gone ahead to sew it like so, okay. As you can see now, I'll go ahead and just turn it like this, okay. As you can see me doing, I'll just go ahead and turn it. Now open it up to turn it to the right face, okay. So I'll give it a very good press, so you can now see what it looks like. Okay, I'll go ahead and give it a very good press like so. Okay, as you can see right here. Okay, so this is what it will look like when I am done pressing it. Okay, I'm trying to arrange it so you can see it better. So guys, I am done ironing it, and this is what we have. Now I've already gone ahead to notch the midpoint of this lapel and also notch the midpoint of the dress like so. Okay, I've also gone ahead to notch the midpoint of the dress. Then I'll go ahead and place it right side facing right side. Okay, I'll just go ahead and place the right side facing right side like so, and I will hold it up with my pin. Okay, then I'll just take it over to my sewing machine and I'll go ahead and sew. So guys, I am done sewing and this is what we have. Okay, you can see the effect, and I also go ahead to add this particular cape to the sleeve. Okay, yes, I'll go ahead and add more to the sleeve, so I'm using the same color, so I'm gonna head to add it, and this is what we have. So the next thing for me to do right now is to shape. Okay, I'll just go ahead and shape it like so. Okay, as you can see me showing you right here, so I'll go ahead and shape it 1 inch. Okay, like so. Then I will also fold the down, and I'll proceed with weaving. Okay, to give it a neat finishing. So guys, I am done. So sorry this part wasn't clear because it was late already by the time I was done with this clothes and there was no lights. So this is I went ahead to still add a button to it. Okay, so this is the final outfit. Okay, as you can see right here. Okay, so thank you so much for